What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. If you aren't already, make sure to subscribe. But today we have a leg workout. Now, I was planning on doing quads and back on Mondays, but I decided to change it up just because the workouts were so long. And the reason for that is because I'm doing my deadlifts on Thursdays, bench press on Tuesdays and Fridays. And so that meant the best day to do squats was on Monday, because then it wouldn't be back to back with like deadlifts, and I could do it on another leg day. So I was planning on doing my squats Monday, and I decided what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to fit back into my quad workout, my quad and squat workout, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on. So I'm going to put back with shoulders. So Wednesday I'm hitting back, and then Saturday, instead of taking 2 rest days, I'm just going to take 1 rest day on Sunday, and then I'm going to take Saturday for just back. That way I can really focus on getting a good back workout in. And then that'll separate the workout from Wednesday to Saturday. So that gives me a good 3 or 4 days to rest and recover in between those back workouts. So that's the plan for now. About to hit some squats. Set number 1, we're going to start at 225. I'm going to do 5 sets of 5, hopefully with 225. I did that one time, or I did that last time, but I'm going to try to go up. So I might try to go to 245 for the last 2 or the last 3 sets. But I got 135 on the bar now. I'm about to go get first warm-ups, or yeah, first real warm-up set now. So my headphones are definitely officially shot. Like, they won't even turn on now. Oh, whoops. There goes another piece. I think something in this cable must be broken. I thought about super gluing them or duct taping them, which is what I was gonna do. And then right after I decided I was gonna do that, like, it stopped turning on. Interesting. First working set. So one of the biggest problems that I see with people's squats is simply not enough depth. So the people put, a fair amount of weight on there, and then when they go to do their squats, they only get down, half of what they should be, which is parallel. You want to get down to 90 degrees. Typically going down lower than 90 degrees is bad on your knees and your lower back, because what happens is your knees, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just bad on your knees, and then your lower back, when you get that low, so once you get past to where you're, you know what I'm trying to say. So once you get past to where your pelvis area is at 90 degrees, once you get lower than that, your lower back starts to curve under, just because it's having to make up for your butt going lower than what's natural. And so when you go that low and then you push back up, it's hard on your lower back. It's also hard on your knees, but we'll say that going less than 90 degrees isn't beneficial, because you're not really activating your glutes and your hamstrings like you would if you go to 90. So big thing, make sure you're getting to 90 degrees on your squats. There's nothing wrong with going down in weight. I see people throw on 315 and then only get partial rep, and it's just not beneficial, because what oftentimes happens is if you're going that heavy and you can't actually do it, you're just going to be causing strain on your back, because once you start to get up into the 315, 405s, it's putting a lot of pressure on your back. So if you're not actually getting the benefits of going down low enough, then it's pretty much pointless to go and put that much weight on. Set number 3, haven't gone up in weight yet. I'm going to on set 4 and 5. Feeling pretty good so far, so let's get it. last set on the squats, I'm gonna go up another 10 pounds. So right now I have 245 on there. I'm gonna get 255 on there for the last set, 5th set of 5. And then we're gonna get into a little bit more quad focused workouts after this. Sucked those last 2 or 3 reps. It's really testing me. I can tell my form starting to go bad. What the heck? I could feel my form starting to go bad, but you know, we pushed through, got her done. I actually haven't written out the rest of the workout, so I'm gonna do that real quick now. After I get this video published, we're gonna start on it. All right, guys. So next, we're going to do some leg extensions. I'm probably going to do 4 sets of about 10. Now, a little tip for your leg extensions. I don't know what the machine that you're using is like. On this machine, if I put the back of my calves or right where underneath my kneecaps against this pad right here, then I feel a lot more in the front of my quads instead of back in the bulkier part. So one little tip is if you have a machine, anything like this, try sliding your knees forward a little bit. Now you notice there's a gap between the back of my calf and the pad. So what I'm going to do now is just focus on keeping my knees away from the padding, and then I'm going to feel it a lot more in the actual quads instead of up right here. So 4 sets of 12 or so is what I'm doing. Tip, when you're doing the leg extensions, focus on a very slow negative. You're going to get a good contraction on the way up. Slow negative, you're going to feel it a lot more than if you're trying to bang out a whole bunch of weight real fast. You know, that really applies to just about every exercise that you're going to do. There's not too many exercises where it's like the faster you go, the more you're going to get out of it. So actually, I don't think there's any. So always keep that in mind. You want to have things controlled. Okay, you're focusing on working a muscle and not doing the exercise. Okay, you do the exercise to work the muscle, to build the muscle. So if you neglect to do a good job of actually working the muscle, then you're just wasting time. So you want to focus on that time under tension, baby, and get it going. All right, guys. So the next exercise we're doing is we're gonna do a back squat, but we're gonna do close grip stance. So I'm gonna put my feet about that far apart. Toes pointed just slightly out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a 10-second negative. So I'm gonna go down for 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 10. Once I get to 10, I'm gonna explode back up to the top. Now I got 115 on the bar here. Really wanna focus on keeping our lower back straight at the bottom and getting that good quad contraction on the way up. So I'll go ahead and show you a set right now. The next exercise is sissy squats. I'm going to use the Smith machine, but I'm not actually going to put the bar on my back. I'm just going to use the bar to balance myself. I'm going to go to failure on these, so that's probably going to be around 10 to 12. These are pretty hard, and some people say that they're really bad for your knees, but if you do them right, they're not bad for your knees. They're excellent for your quads. So, you know, I've been doing them for probably 2 months now, and I've yet to have any kind of knee problems from it, or any knee pain at all. So if you're scared to do them, I guess don't do them, but that's the next exercise. Big thing is get that mind muscle connection with your quads, and also you don't want your hamstrings to ever touch your calves. If your hamstrings touch your calves, it might be because you're too close. You get too close with your knees, and so that might actually hurt your knees if you're doing that. But focus on the mind muscle connection and keep the quads the dominant factor in doing the exercise. All right, so the last thing I'm doing is seated calf raises and straight leg deadlifts or Romanian deadlifts with dumbbells. You know, I like to do standing calf raises as well as these, but I like to switch it up. That way we're not doing the same thing every time. So just finished up at the gym. Now I have some post-workout protein. This is muscle milk, and got some gummy worms for the carbs. Now this muscle milk is like $5 or $6 for 25 grams of protein. Definitely not worth it. Probably will never buy that again. And I've had them before and it doesn't taste very good. So the only reason I bought that actually is because I'm out of protein powder. Need to get some more. But I need to get my protein in just because all I've had today is some carbs. Pretty simple day. Going fishing right now. And then I'm going to mow this afternoon. Back home now, really haven't eaten much today, so while I'm here, it's about 6 o'clock, I'm gonna cook up some grub. Not sure what I'm gonna make though. Macros, I still have 117 protein, 150 carbs, and 4 fat. Really just been snacking on some stuff today, but about to get an actual meal in. So for dinner, just got some chicken and hash browns. Hash browns are cooking now. Some leftover chicken. The problem with leftover chicken is after you let it sit in the fridge for like 2 days, it starts to get real rubbery when you go to eat it. So I'm a big fan of just eating chicken right after you cook it. But tonight all we have is leftover chicken, so that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. That'll still leave me with some protein afterwards and some carbs, so gonna have to eat again in a little bit. But that's gonna end the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.